What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be giving you all some off-ride footage from Steel Vengeance during Cedar Point's opening weekend here in 2021, which occurred on May 14th. I was also at the park on May 16th. So you start out with some really cool views of that mammoth first drop. And these are some really cool views because you weren't always allowed to take your phone into the ride line until this year, which is something I will get into more in a later part of the video. Here you get to see some of the dummies go around the track. You can actually see some of the water spray out from the dummies over some of the hills. But getting back on this thought of actually being able to bring your phone into the line, so they no longer are requiring riders to put all of their phone and stuff inside of a locker before you get in line. Now what happens is you get to wait in line, and then about right when you were to get to those metal detectors before you go up the stairs is when they will now let you put your phone and different belongings, fanny packs, inside of a free locker. So you no longer have to pay for the locker. It's completely free. It's really easy to use. So what happens is you'll use that locker when you get to that checkpoint. After you put your things in the locker, you can see the lockers. After you put your things in the locker, you will go ahead and go through a metal detector, go and ride the ride. After the ride, they have a place for you to come and go to the other side of those lockers. So you put them in on one side, and then you retrieve your items on the other side, which is really cool. So each locker extends to the other side. So that's enough about the lockers. Let's go back to observing this ride. So here's a empty train going down, and here's something else I'll say about Steel Vengeance and all the rides at Cedar Point for opening weekend. This was the first time that Cedar Point has gone back to full capacity trains. So I tell you what, all of the rides on opening weekend, they felt like they were absolutely flying because they were able to send full trains. All the people are taking up the trains, so there's more weight on the trains, and we felt like we were flying. I felt like it was especially noticeable on Maverick. Maverick felt like you were flying. It was absolutely insane. And I've ridden Steel Vengeance about 20 times now. I don't have an exact number. I wish I've kept track of an exact number. But I believe this is the first time I've ever ridden the ride in the very back row. And I tell you what, that's the only place on this ride I ever want to ride from now on. It's absolutely insane. You get whipped around. You're out of your seat more than you're in your seat when you're in the back row. You get whipped uh, towards the lake on that first drop, and then every time you're on top of the hill and everything else, you're way out of your seat. And on some of the inversions just felt a little longer because you're out of your seat a little longer while you're upside down. So definitely recommend. It's definitely a back row ride. I've always known it was, but this is my first time getting in the true back row. Some other things. The lines weren't bad for Steel Vengeance. I waited 2 hours on Friday opening day, and then on Sunday, it was towards the nighttime, so there wasn't as many people, but only had to wait an hour and 5 minutes. So the full capacity trains really make a difference. But so I'm glad I got to tell you all about the lockers, and thank you for watching. Go ahead and check out some of my other videos from Six Flags, some of my other trips I've taken.